I haven't been on here in forever. Ever. I missed y'all. I missed you. I missed y'all. What time is it? It is currently 10:15 where I'm at. I am in Georgia. So yeah. College Park currently. Y'all see I got my robe on. Looking cozy. All right. Let me turn my ringer off. Let's see. For those of you who are new to my channel, please make sure you subscribe. And if you're not doing so already, please make sure that you are following me on Facebook at Sex Love and Vibes. On Instagram, it's your favorite homegirl, I believe. It's either your favorite homegirl or Sex Love and Vibes. So yeah. TikTok. Let me just look before I just start getting on here. You know? So I can just tell y'all what it is. For TikTok, it's Sex, Love, and Vibes podcast. So be sure to follow me on TikTok too. But hey y'all. Hey. Welcome to my channel. It's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute. I am about to get started. Let's see. This was definitely unexpected. I was not expecting to do this. So sorry for those who wasn't informed. Usually I hit up my people ahead of time and let them know. But yeah, this was not the plan at all. Anywho, I'm gonna just go ahead and get right into it. My kids are sleeping, so this is the perfect time. Okay, this is like the perfect time or whatever. But what has been going on? It's been about 3 months, I believe, since my last episode. And a lot has happened in my life. So I'm going to share that briefly with you guys. And then on my next episode, that's this upcoming Saturday at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to talk a little bit more about about me relocating and officially being an ATL. Okay? um, I moved within the last 3 months. I did not expect to do that at all. That was not the plan. Um, I had been considering relocating, but I wasn't too sure. Um, but due to the fact that I have family and a great support system out here for my kids, I decided to go with Georgia. And so far, so good. I'm still getting adjusted to a lot of things. The weather, of course, I love. Um, and I love the fact that my kids are enjoying themselves being with their family. That makes me so happy. So I'm excited about that. Um, but I do miss home, of course. Like I miss my mother, who's still in Indiana, my friends, and just like, the familiar places or whatnot. And it's been a while since I've did something like this. Like it's been a long time. The last time I relocated was back in 2016 when I moved to Las Vegas, and at that time I was married. um, well, I did move to Indianapolis from Gary, but that's not really like far. But yeah, in 2016, I moved to, no, 2017 is when me and my ex-husband had moved to Las Vegas. So that was different. But like I said, it was me, my ex-husband, and our daughter. So yeah, I'm still getting adjusted. We're gonna, I'm still filling out the vibe and stuff, getting familiar with everything. But I'm looking forward to experiencing Atlanta a little bit more. I have had the privilege of doing quite a few things out here, but like I said, I'll share all of those things with you on my next video, which will be Saturday at 9 o'clock. This Saturday at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so y'all gotta meet me back here on Saturday. But right now, let me just go ahead. I'm here now, and yeah, getting adjusted and all that. I'm good. My kids are good, right? As you guys know, I speak a lot about my healing journey. I I'm very transparent when it comes to like me learning how to take accountability for a lot of my past decisions. Me learning how to take accountability for just about everything, you know. I've also shared with you guys how I had to learn how to forgive not only my past, whether it was a past lover or a former friend or something like that. I also had to learn how to forgive myself. But one thing that I have not mentioned that has been a learning process for me is healing my inner child while raising my child. And when I say my child, I have two. I'm a mother of two, but at this moment, I'm saying it in regards to my daughter. Okay, my daughter is affectionate. She's so loving. She's so caring. She's thoughtful. She's funny. She's feisty. She definitely has qualities of her mom, and I love that about her. Um, she has taught me so much, like so much within these almost 9 years of her being here on earth, right? Um, and this is difficult, but like I said, I'm always being honest and transparent with you guys, right? A lot of times I feel bad when I want to break, you know? I feel bad when not every day I may want that like that hug or that oh, can I get some cuddles, mom, and stuff like that. And that's just me being honest with you guys. I love my babies. I love being a mother. And I can never understand why it was so hard for me to be affectionate. Like I've gotten better. I've gotten a lot better. Anyone who knows me, even my friends know this about me. I'm affectionate. Like I'm pretty affectionate. But I had to get better when it came to accepting affection. Um ex- from my child, okay? And I remember feeling super duper bad about that. Like it's only recent that I understand now what the problem is and why I cringe sometimes when why I used to cringe at times when her brother would want to be all up under me. I do little different things. Growing up, I of course I came from a two-parent household. My parents had been married. Before my dad passed, I think they were married for like 43 years, if not 43, close to 43 years. So I came from a two-parent household. And they told me they loved me and stuff like that. But they weren't really affectionate like that. Like I didn't grow up in like a very affectionate household like that. That's something that gradually happened over time, through experiences, through losses, and just age, right? Um, I didn't realize how much that affected me until I became a mother. Like, man, why I cringe when my daughter wants to do this? I'm like, ugh. Like I used to be like, ugh, girl, stop hugging me so much. Like, okay, that's enough kisses. Like I used to do that, you know? And I had to stop that. And I had to like talk to my village as well as pray and sit and reflect and be like, hey, like why? Why does that bother you so much? And the truth is because I didn't receive that when I was growing up like that, you know? Growing up in a household with a much older generation because my parents were much older, it was, yeah, I give you hugs, kisses, tell you I love you. After that, go to your room. It was one of those moments. Or it was either, um, okay, go find something to play with. Go, wait, what you supposed to do? You know, like it wasn't so much of that. Like I said, it wasn't until life started happening. We started experiencing losses, and you know, I got older where that changed. And I believe it changed because I was no longer in the household. By this time, I was in college, living out on my own and stuff like that. So when I would come home and visit, of course, they miss me, you know? So that's one thing I have learned about myself while being a mother. Another thing that I just recently discovered about myself is um, I have a hard time of like opening up when it comes to like my feelings. Now, I know I talk about being direct and outspoken, and I can be, but when it's someone I really care about and love, sometimes it can be really hard. Sometimes it takes me a little longer, um, because I I may not want to hurt their feelings, or I'm afraid of some type of rejection. And that's something else that I just recently discovered about myself as well. Now, look, I'm sharing this with you guys because I believe that there's somebody else out there that's like struggling with the same thing. Like, I don't care what nobody say. I'm not the only one that struggles with this. And I know because I've talked to a few people already, and they have like, yeah, I understand, I get it. But I'm also sharing this because this is one portion of my book. Because I did tell you all that I'm coming out with a book. This is one portion of my book that I am discussing. And when writing my book, there's so many things that I am bringing up that is opening up, I guess, old wounds, that is allowing me to revisit certain parts of my past, and that's giving me the opportunity to heal. Like I thought, you know, oh, I'm good. I've worked on that. I'm doing, and it's still areas in my life that I'm still healing from, and that's okay. Like I love that. Like I'm proud of myself for that. So I always want to be that open book and share that with you guys, just in case somebody else, you know, is struggling with that. Are they too afraid to even mention that? Because I feel like that's very important. And I am a big advocate for mental health, definitely, because you never know what someone is going through. And being a parent is tough. It is so tough. It is hard work. Okay? But healing and being a parent, man. Okay? So, yes. Um, And it's not just my daughter. Those are the things I've noticed when, raising her. Like I said, she's phenomenal. She's amazing. Like, I love my babies. Recently, I have been like running around here, going crazy, like just feeling like the world is on top of my shoulders, trying to do so much. And my son, who has a diagnosis, who has been diagnosed with autism, he has a lot of appointments. All right, he has a lot of appointments, and with us being in a new state, it's been very, very busy for us, for our family, right? And so he requires a lot of my time and my attention. And since I've been out here, I have found myself going through a going through a phase. I hate to say the word depressed, but I do feel like that I was definitely like going into depression for a split second. Um, but I was feeling alone, and it's not my first time feeling like that. It's not my first time feeling like that. Yes, I have a village. Yes, I have family. Yes, I have friends. I have loved ones and stuff like that. But when trying to advocate or when advocating for your child who has a diagnosis, and you get so many people who don't understand, you get so many people rejecting you for resources, or when you're just trying to like you're trying to just do everything right so that you can be that voice for your child, especially when they're nonverbal. It becomes hard. It becomes frustrating because in the midst of doing that, I'm also trying to make sure I don't neglect my oldest, right? So it's definitely been a whirlwind. I can honestly say it has definitely been a whirlwind. But I felt alone, and I felt like if I spoke about it out loud, I was gonna get, because people are good for this, and I don't like it. Oh, it's okay. You got this. I know I got this. But sometimes I just want to vent about it. But I know I have this. Oh, it's okay. Why you didn't call me? Or why you didn't do this? I utilize my village, those near and far. But you can't be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And some things requires, the parents. And I understand that. So it was just me feeling exhausted. Feeling exhausted. Feeling like, oh, all right. And the meetings that I have to go into, the rooms I have to walk into, can be mentally draining. You know, I I I had to get used to the word special needs. I had to get used to that. I'm not gonna lie. The first meeting that me and his father went into regarding his diagnosis, I remember one of the ladies. It was a room full of ladies. They all specialized in different things. They were evaluating him, and I forgot what she was talking about, but I remember her saying, "Yeah, your special needs son." People still use that word, some don't. But I remember myself getting out the chair like, "Who you talking to? You special?" And his dad was like, "Whoa, wait a minute," you know what I'm saying? So it's just me still grieving of the idea of who I thought my son was going to be before this diagnosis. Not saying he's not going to be that person, but I didn't expect it to go this way. And so this is reality. and I have to make it happen. I have to take care of business. I have to advocate for him. I have to make sure I'm doing what needs to be done so that he won't get taken advantage of, or that so that he won't get left behind. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So your girl just been working on some things, and parenting is definitely an area that I'm working on. I'm working on being more affectionate with my babies and accepting all the hugs and kisses from my babies, you know, because there's nothing wrong with that. But also letting them know, because I do, I make them aware, like, okay, give mommy a few seconds, because some days I'm overstimulated. Some days I just need to process or whatnot. But I never take for granted the hugs and the kisses. I always remind them that I love them very, very, very much. And I always make sure I go back and I give them extra hugs and kisses, you know? I had to learn how to open up a bit more to those I care and love so much, and be mindful that if they love and care for me, then they will accept my responses. They will understand. And if they have any questions or concerns, then we'll have a healthy conversation about it, right? And then I am still learning how to deal with this new journey I'm on with my son, who has a diagnosis, who I've never I've never experienced this before. I knew nothing about autism until now. So yeah, I'm learning to accept it. I'm learning to grieve, and it's different, and that's okay. So yes, I'm healing, guys. I am, and that's what's been keeping me pretty busy. Okay, since the last time I've been on here, I am going to be doing a lot more videos of just me on random topics, about like what's going on with me and on this new journey of being out here, and just motherhood in general and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing a lot more because I feel like it's important. And eventually I'm going to welcome some more guests on the show. Y'all gonna see the show back going and stuff. But right now, life is lifing, and I have to be real with y'all. I have to be personal with y'all and let y'all know what's going on, because I feel like, you know, y'all been with me what, 4 years now? Yeah. So if I'm gonna share parts of myself with you guys, as far as opening up, then that's what I'm gonna do. And one of those parts is definitely gonna be my parenting. I'm always on here talking about relationships and stuff like that, but look, your favorite home girl is a mother first, okay? I'm a mother first. So before I get into anything pertaining to a relationship or whatever the case may be, yeah, I'm definitely going to be speaking more on me, on the things that I'm currently working on on motherhood, on my experiences, and yeah. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to send them my way. I do have a chat. Um, if you're not, like I said before, if you're not following me on Facebook, please go find me on Facebook at Sex, Love, and Vibes. And DM me some questions. Or if you just want to talk for a split second on the topic and vent to me, we could do that too. Now, we might not be, I ain't, we ain't gonna be doing all that, like venting for hours and days and stuff, but I'm all for empowering. I'm all for supporting. And like I said, I'm an advocate for mental health. And it's hard out here. It's a lot going on. It's so much going on right now in the world. So I would never turn anyone away if they wanted to talk to me. You know, if you guys just need some encouraging words, or if you want to share some encouraging words, you know, I, I wouldn't mind at all. I would greatly appreciate it. So yeah, but that was it. I wanted to share that with you guys. I wanted to get on here and let y'all know what's been going on. I'm going to continue working on myself like I've been doing. I'm going to continue doing some shadow work. By the way, my good friend Juice, I've talked about him before on one of my previous episodes. He's in Philly. Shout out to Juice, by the way. He reminded me today that I need to be more consistent with journaling and doing shadow work. For those of you who are not familiar with shadow work, I do recommend you looking it up because it will allow you to rediscover yourself, you know? If you're really trying to break generational curses, if you're really trying to grow, it will definitely do that. So I would definitely recommend doing some type of shadow work. And if you Google, they have, I remember when I first started, and Juice was telling me about it, they have templates, like shadow work templates. They have books. TikTok was promoting a book, a shadow work journal. And it already had prompt questions in it or whatever. But definitely look into it because it helps. I got to get back to it because I ain't been doing it in a minute, but it definitely helps. It asks some questions that you be like, man, I forgot about that. Oh, dang. And you're just like, okay. Like, you're going to revisit some things, but it's okay. That's the only way that you're going to heal, in those areas that you're working on. So, shadow work is definitely something I recommend. Journaling, um, surrounding yourself with positive people. Yeah, positive people. And I'm not saying perfect, but positive. Nobody's perfect. My circle of friends are amazing. And it's not a lot of them. It's not. It's a handful. And I appreciate them. I have 3 male friends in my life that are extremely important to me. Juice, who I just told y'all about, and no, that's not his real name, but that's my nickname for him, who always makes sure he checks in on me. Like, always make sure. He always makes sure he checks in on me to make sure that I'm good. Him and his girl, like, we'll be on the phone just to talk, and like, he's a great friend, great supporter. He's always sharing my work, critiquing me, and just absolutely amazing. And I'm grateful for that. But he will also check me, just like the rest of my friends. He like, hey, Neil, nah, that ain't cool. And that's how he talk. Neil, that ain't cool. So I got him. Then I got my homeboy Ant, who is in Wisconsin, and he's an artist. Um, Me and my homegirl, she called him the doctor. My best friend, she called him the doctor. That's his nickname, the doctor. Um, but he's another one, and they both just so happen to check on me today. But that's another one who would check in on me, and he will literally call me and be like, "All right, come on, talk to me." And he just will open up that space and allow me to vent. Like when he called me today, and it was like so much happening. I just started like I cried for like 5 seconds, and then started telling him about like what's been going on with me. And then he like, okay, he asked me how I feel, and then he'll say, okay, so what's next? What's the plan? And that's how he talked to me. Like, what's the plan? And then we'll just go and start talking about other stuff or whatnot. Grateful for that. Um, then my third one is Duran, and he He's my Pisces one. He's my Pisces like friend. He, when I say loves me unconditional, like he's seen every side of me. He's been my friend the longest. He's seen every side of me, but loves me unconditional. Like when I'm having my anxiety and I'm struggling or something, and I feel like my anxiety is whooping my butt, I will call him. He would be at work on the clock. And he'll stay on the phone with me and do breathing exercises with me. We have went out somewhere and I caught anxiety just from being in a room full of people, strangers I didn't know, and there was just so much going on. And he knew it, and he was like on the opposite side of the room. He literally walked over to me and just grabbed my hand and looked at me, and we did breathing exercises together. Like those are the people that you want in your life. I said all that to say you need the right people in your life. Along the way, you're gonna find yourself with a smaller circle than what you expected, and that's okay. That's part of the process. Before I made the decision, well, actually, I had just made the decision, and I had reached out to a childhood friend of mine. We've been friends for years. I called to let her know what was going on. At the time, my mom was going having some health issues, and then I was preparing to move out here. I was calling just to talk to her and stuff, and she was on the phone, on the other end of the phone, and she told me, she no longer wanted to be my friend. And I'm like, you breaking up with me? What did I do? And she was dead serious. She was upset with me. She said she'd been upset with me for months. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Actually, she'd been upset with me for a long time because her birthday is in October. She told me that I called her a day after her birthday last year, and it hurt her feelings. And she went in, she vented, told me how she felt about it, how that made her feel. I know it sounds crazy, right? But people really take that serious, and I get it. I'm a birthday person. I get it. But we in our 30s, and life be lifing, and I had stuff going on. But as soon as I remembered, I called. And that made her feel some type of way. So she decided to end the friendship. Granted, I do believe that she has other stuff going on, but that's neither here or there. Um, I I just let her vent. Um, she no longer wanted to be contacted by me or to talk to me, and that's fine. That is okay. It did hurt, because I'm like, ugh, friendship breakups hurt. Those are a real thing, okay? When your friends break up with you, it's like, oh, how dare you? But like I said, life be life, and I say all that to say it because I didn't expect her to be the one person not to be in my circle. But where I'm going and where I'm at right now in my life, it's going to require discipline. It's going to require focus. And it's possible that it's going to require a lot of isolation. I'm with a smaller circle, and that's okay. So, for anyone who may be struggling right now with parenting or just with life in general, you may feel like, I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed. I'm gonna just say this: don't give up, stay encouraged, drink your water, pray, reach out to your village, and if they don't answer, reach out to me, and just keep going. It's coming. It's coming. Now look, y'all done got on here with my robe on and my pajamas. I still have my earrings on though. Oh, let me shout out my niece. She does like skincare stuff, and she does waxes back in Indy. Brille. You can find her on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Brille, BRILLAY, Brille Beauty and Wellness. Y'all see this? This is my bonnet. I usually have it on. I ain't put it on yet. I gotta take this ponytail down and then put my bonnet on. I'll put it on now so y'all can see. But I be supporting my family. Ooh, I look like somebody mama, don't I? But shout out to my niece. But look, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. Um, it is currently 10:50. Okay. I gotta go to bed. I gotta get some rest. Okay. So I'll see y'all this Saturday at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll talk then. Have a good night.